Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Let's pray before we continue. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Raditu billahi rabba wa bil islami dina wa bi Muhammadin nabiyya wa rasula. Rabbi zidni ilma wa rizqni fahma. Rabbi israh li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Amin. Alhamdulillah. Let's do some warming up, Adrian. Can you tell me about yourself, please?
Mamis,
Can you tell me about yourself? It's up to you. What would you like to tell me? Probably something that you like. What do you like to do when you're free? Or maybe because you're very busy at school. Tell me about what you do at school when you have to stay uh, up to 8 o'clock, just like yesterday.
oh itu aja
Yeah.
sekolah, yes.
Mhm. Do you join the student association, the OSIS?
Itu kemarin itu acara
Mhm.
itu pembubaran kepanitiaan HUT, Miss.
Oh, I see. So the birthday of your school.
Yes,
Ah, I see. Yeah. What happened? I mean, what events you
events.
had in at school? Were there any like uh, championships or what events did you have?
Event kayak kayak festival gitu, Miss.
Oh, I see. Musical festival?
Yes.
Ah, and what did you do yourself? What did you do? Were you the chief of the committee?
Oh, itu maksudnya gimana, Miss? Aku bingung.
Okay. What did you do? What's your job description?
Oh, jobnya.
Yeah.
Jobnya itu bagian yang mengurusi orang-orang yang nyanyi, Miss. Kayak
Oh, okay.
mempersiapkan kayak kak pakaian,
I see.
kak pakaian yang sama apa ya? Kayak orang-orangnya yang nyanyi itu disiapkan gitu, Miss.
Oh, that's
Untuk
nice.
acaranya, iya.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And what do you feel about that? Is it,
Senang.
yeah, it's
Oh,
not very difficult, yeah?
yes.
Yeah. And who helped you with the job? How many students uh, were there in your group yang sama-sama tugasnya mengelola performernya siapa? Berapa orang?
Oh, yang mengelola, yang
Heeh.
mengelola.
Dalam
Itu
timnya Aldrian ada berapa orang?
bentar. Ada 7, Miss.
Oh, so
Seven.
many ya. And how many performers are there? Grup yang ngisi acara ada banyak,
Lumayan. Mm.
lumayan. And how many days did you have the festival? Only one day?
Only one day dari
Hmm.
dari morning
Mhm.
sampai Isya, Miss.
Oh, oh, okay. That's quite long, yeah.
Yes.
And the students didn't have to pay, right, for watching the festival.
Yes. Yes.
No, it's free for all the students. And were there any people around the school who came and watched the festival?
Rondan
Ada
acara.
ada pihak luar dari yang di luar sekolah yang ikut nonton juga atau especially for the
Oh,
school
alumni, Miss.
members? Ah, I see. Okay. And who were the famous festival that probably I know? Ada yang mungkin saya kenal nggak performernya?
Itu ada yang dari grup band Good Morning Everyone, tahu nggak, Miss? Game A
Oh, I don't
sama
know.
Soul Grove.
Oh, itu mudah banget ya.
Ya.
Oke, ya anak muda banget. So I don't really know that one. All right, the second warming up, I'm going to share with you a video. This one is an exercise on grammar. Let's see, yeah. There will be 10 around, I don't know, 10 questions probably, yeah. Let's take 10 questions and then try to answer the questions. So this one is quite good when you want to practice your grammar. Okay, so one question will come with two options. You need to answer one, and then after that, you will see the correct answers. So you don't really have to take notes to write down the answers. You just need to tell me your answers. You can turn your microphone on. Okay, let's get ready. 92 questions, but we're going to take only 10. What's the answer? Taller or tallest? My brother is
My
taller
brother is
or
Stellar.
taller? Yes. What's the difference between taller and tallest?
Stellar tuh lebih tinggi.
Yes. What about tallest?
Tallest. Apa ya? As.
Paling tinggi.
Oh, paling tinggi.
Kenapa yang di sini bukan tallest?
Soalnya, ya, my brother is paling tinggi dan
Bisa dijelaskan tidak? Kalau belum ketemu jawabannya boleh pas. Pas, Miss. Oke, kayak main quiz aja ya, pas. Right?
belum is.
Belum, okay. Why the answer is taller? Because when we use comparison, it means that so taller is for comparing, yeah. We are comparing two things, one thing and one thing. My brother and me. So there are two persons. We use the comparative. Yeah, so taller here is the comparative or comparison, comparative form or the comparison, perbandingan. Jadi comparison itu membandingkan dua hal, A dan B. For the second one, we call it superlative. Yeah, superlative is to compare one thing compared with the others. Satu dibandingkan banyak. Jadi yang paling pintar sekelas, yang paling pintar di Indonesia, di Kota Semarang. Yeah, you know the difference, yeah? Okay, let's go to number 2. All she said, ha ha ha, correct.
Correct. West miss.
Was
Was
B?
B.
B, okay, let's see, yeah. Okay, nice. Yeah, all she said was correct. Good. I
Has S.
has or had?
Has.
Has. Let's keep it.
Oh.
Had. What do you think is wrong? Kenapa bukan has? Karena I itu pasangannya dengan have.
Oh.
Iya, kalau yang ini have, jawabannya dua-duanya ya.
Yeah.
Oke, karena bukan has, jadi jawabannya had. Because in the sentence we don't have a time marker. Jadi kalau tidak ada time markernya, probably it can also be for simple past. Number 4. This cost more or more?
More.
More. Nice. Very easy. Yes. Let's go to number 5. He, almost the same with the previous two numbers.
He did.
Yeah,
He
that's
did.
right. He did. Why not he do? Because
karena he-nya itu apa ya? He did apa ya?
he will always be with does. Yang do itu I do, you do, we do, they do. But he does, she does, it does, Aldrian does, Miss Yunita does. Okay. Number 6, everything.
Everything is okay. Everything semuanya.
Yang mantap.
Yang
Is or all?
B.
Oh, ternyata is. Okay. Jadi everything, everybody, everyone is considered to be singular. Ya, somebody, someone, everything, everyone itu dianggap singular. Jadi dia ambilnya is. Okay. There is none or nothing.
Nothing left here.
Okay, B, A or B?
B.
B, very good. If I choose none, kalimatnya jadi seperti apa? Tahu tidak?
There is none.
Yang betul nothing. So, kalau di sini none berarti salah. Kalau saya ingin pakai none, kalimatnya jadi berubah. None is left here. Jadi biasanya none itu sebagai subjek karena dia pronoun. Okay, so there is nothing left here. Number 8.
The party.
Yeah.
Surprise it.
Let's see.
B.
B, yes. Nice. And why it's not surprise? Why do you think the answer is not A? Because the party, yeah, the party is the party di sini singular. Ya, kalau ini simple present atau diceritakan sekarang, maka the party surprises, kurang S di sini. Ya, karena ini tidak ada S-nya berarti bukan jawabannya. So the answer is this one. The party surprised me. This sentence can be in the past. Number 9. We all
likes chocolate. B,
Miss. A or B, are you sure?
Likes.
Like or likes? A. Up. Let's go back. Nah, we, remember, we do, we, you do, they do, that the verbs are without S. Yeah, we all like, you like, they like. But if the subject is he likes, she likes, I like, you like, she likes, he likes. Okay, the last one that we are going to do together. Uh-huh. She lives.
She live in Durban.
Good. B ya.
Yes.
Mm-mm. Nice. When do we use on, Adrian? Kapan kita pakai on?
Pakai on saat jalan straight.
Ya, alamat ya,
Mm-mm.
address.
Address
My
ya.
house is on Jalan Pahlawan number 10, for example, ya. Or on, yeah, that one. Okay. Now let's continue with our discussion. We have finished skill 1 and skill 2. Do you still remember? Skill 1 is about subject and verb.
Subject, verb.
Yes. The principle in English structure is that there is on or at least one subject and one verb. The second skill is about preposition. Okay, if we see a preposition, then the nouns or the pronouns after the preposition will be the object of prepositions. They cannot be the subject of the sentence. This one is from exercise 2. Let's see. Number 8. Let's decide whether this sentence is correct or incorrect. At the building site, the carpenters with the most experience were given the most intricate work. Okay, we'll need to indicate the prepositional phrases. Frase, preposition.
Preposition.
Yeah.
Preposition.
Okay, let me help you. At the building site with the most experience. Okay, that's it for number 8. Do you see any subject and verb?
Subjeknya the carpenters. Mas.
Betul, nice, that's good. What about the verb? Is there any verb?
Verbnya were given itu, Miss.
Okay. Do you think it's correct between the subject and the verb? If the subject is singular, then the verb need to be singular. If the subject is plural or jamak, lebih dari satu, the verb is also plural. Sudah sesuai subjek dan verbnya?
Oh, oh,
Sudah belum?
udah.
The carpenters sudah karena ada
Ya.
s-nya. Ini lebih dari satu ya. And then over here we have were given. Ya, were itu menunjukkan banyak, carpenters banyak. So this one is correct. Oh, it should be blue. Number 9. For the fever and headache, took 2 aspirin tablets.
For the fever.
Hmm.
Prepositionnya yang for the fever itu, Miss.
Yes, that's right. For the fever and headache, this one. Do you see any
Sub
subject?
subjeknya tablet itu, Pak.
Are you sure? The subject is usually at the front before the verb, usually.
Nah, subjeknya ada di situ. Tuh,
Mhm.
experience tablet.
Ini apa nih? Fever, demam, headache, sakit kepala, took, minum, 2
Minum
aspirin tablet, 2 tablet
dua
aspirin.
tablet. Aspirin.
Iya. Do you see any subject?
Yes, Miss.
Which one?
Yang tablet itu, Miss.
Tabletnya itu subjeknya nggak? Kalau tabletnya subjeknya berarti mestinya tabletnya diminum, bukan minum,
Hmm.
right?
Oh.
Ah, this one is took. Took means minum.
Minum.
Mm-mm. Kalau diminum, were taken. Jadi, what is wrong with this? There is no subject. Yeah, it should be who took the aspirin? I, for example, yeah.
I.
I, for the fever and headache, I took 2 aspirin tablets. So this one is incorrect because there is no subject. The last one, number 10. The report with complete documentation was delivered at the conference. Mm-mm.
At the conference itu
Yeah,
prepositionnya ya, Miss.
okay. At the conference. And then with, ini juga
With.
preposition. Yeah. The report with complete documentation was delivered at the conference. Nah, kalau kita sudah nemu prepositional phrase-nya, ini bisa diabaikan. Yang kita lakukan berikutnya adalah mencari subject and verb. Do you see any subject?
Subjeknya the report itu, Miss.
Very good. And then do you see any verb?
Verbnya was delivered.
Nice. Was delivered. Is it okay between the report and was delivered? Sudah betul yang satu singular, yang verbnya singular, reportnya plural atau plural? Ini singular ya.
Iya,
Was,
was.
ini juga singular. Singular itu tunggal. So this one is correct. Nice. Ada pertanyaan? Okay.
Belum, Miss.
So for the second skill about the preposition, if we find some sentences with prepositions, we just need to decide ya, sesudah kita ketemu frase dengan prepositionnya, maka kita cari subjeknya. Soalnya kalau sudah ada preposition berarti ini bukan subjek. Berarti kita harus cari subjeknya. Alright, let's go to skill 3. So our target for today, if possible, we're going to go with uh, wait. I'm going to share this to our later aja kalau kita. Okay, let's see the next one. Oh, sudah. Sorry. Skill 3. Be careful of objects of a positive. Be careful of objects of a positive. What is a positive? A positive is a noun that comes before or after another noun and has the same meaning. A positive itu adalah a noun, kata benda, that comes before or after another noun, yang letaknya sesudah atau sebelum kata benda yang lain and has the same meaning, yang mempunyai arti sama. For example, Sally, the best student in the class, got an A on the exam. Sally, ini kata benda atau noun. The best student, student itu noun, in the class. Ya, Sally, ini kata benda, nama orang. The best student, studentnya ini maksudnya Sally, in the class. Right, so student over here isn't a positive karena student ini maksudnya Sally ini, and the apostrophe is usually between the commas like this. Biasanya positif itu letaknya di tengah-tengah koma like this. Bisa satu kata, bisa lebih menjadi frase seperti ini. Sally, the best student in the class, got an A on the exam. Right. This one is the example from the TOEFL test. Oke. Jadi tadi sudah tahu kalau di sini ada positif berarti yang di sebelah sini adalah kata benda yang artinya sama dengan George atau yang maksudnya sama. Do you have any idea which one will be the correct answer?
My friend.
My friend, very good. Oh, I didn't put an answer over here. My friend George is attending the lecture. Nice. What about number two? Sarah rarely misses her basketball shots. Ini bentuknya agak berbeda. Bukan di tengah-tengah koma, tapi di depan apostrophe-nya.
Yang
Which one? A noun, ya. So you need to
yang
find
ini Miss.
noun. Ya?
Yang E.
A, very good. An excellent basketball player, Sarah rarely misses her basketball shots. Good. So this one is the box to make us remember. Yeah. So there are two kinds of positions of apostrophe. Yeah, in the middle and also at the beginning of the sentence. If a word is an apostrophe, it is not the subject. Ya, apostrophe yang di tengah dan yang di depan ini bukan subjek. Jadi subjeknya adalah Tom over here in the sentence. Okay, let's see the exercises. The son of the previous owner, the new owner, is undertaking some fairly broad changes in management policy. So, apostrophe-nya di depan, maka komanya hanya satu. This one is correct. The second one, last semester, a friend graduated cum laude from the university. Why this sentence is not correct? Because it doesn't have a subject. Belum ada subjeknya karena ini appositive, bukan subject. Can you make it correct? Misalnya diberi apa biar kalimatnya jadi betul. Last semester, dia harus diberi kata benda juga ya. So we need to add the subject, a noun as the subject. For example, last semester, Freddy, a
Right.
friend, Freddy, a friend, graduated cum laude from the university. That's the example. All right, now I'm giving you 3 minutes, Adrian, to finish number 3, 4, and 5. Try to think about number 3, 4, and 5 in 3 minutes, whether they are correct or incorrect. Remember the positive, and then decide whether you see a subject or not in a verb. And then try to decide whether the sentence is correct or incorrect. We have 3 minutes. Okay, have you decided?
Oke, Miss.
Mhm.
Yang nomor tiga,
Mm-mm. Correct or incorrect?
correct, Miss.
Correct, yes, nice. Number four.
Number four, set up langsung, save, justification, toasted.
At long last, the chief executive officer has decided to step down. Nah, ini harus ingat skill kedua tadi. At long last ada prepositionnya. What do you think?
Yang
Number four.
nomor berarti correct, Miss.
Are you sure?
Hesitika.
Ya, coba dilihat lagi. Bedanya sama yang nomor tiga apa coba?
Bedanya
Mhm.
hesitika set itu, Bang, Miss. Apa ya?
Bedanya, kita sedang bicarakan
Iya
apositif,
kan?
ya.
Hmm,
Apositifnya yang mana? Valentine's Day atau yang February 14?
yang paling
Valentine's Day is the subject. February 14 is the appositive. Ya, ini appositifnya sudah ada subjeknya, is the verb. Oke, jadi sudah ada subjek, sudah ada verb. Di sini ada appositif, kalimatnya sudah betul. Bedanya dengan yang nomor 4 adalah the chief executive officer, yang di tengah-tengah ini adalah appositif, tapi di sini at long last, at ini preposition.
preposition.
Ah,
Oh,
ah. Preposition itu mengandung object of preposition. Jadi long last di sini tidak bisa sebagai subjek karena ada prepositionnya. So this sentence has no subject. Ya, belum ada subjeknya. So this sentence is incorrect.
correct.
Ya, bisa diikutin?
Bisa.
Mm-mm. Now let's go to number 5. The night supper, leftovers from last night, did not taste any better tonight than last night. Ini sama dengan yang nomor 3 atau yang nomor 4. Kalau yang sama dengan nomor 3 berarti betul. Kalau sama dengan yang nomor 4 berarti incorrect. What do you think?
Next one. Little from listening to notice the indicator number. Incorrect, Miss. Gak ada subjeknya.
Are you sure? Kenapa nggak ada subjeknya? Do you think it's the same with number 4? Tonight.
Exactly.
Do you have any dictionary? Di dekat situ ada kamus tidak? Coba dicek. Tonight, tonight, tonight itu termasuk kata apa? Is it a verb? Is it a preposition? Is it an adverb?
Wah, betul.
If you have a dictionary, you can check tonight. Tonight. Is it an adjective, an adverb, a preposition, a noun, or what?
Isi.
Ya, kalau tonight itu adalah preposition, berarti incorrect karena sama dengan nomor 4. Kalau tonight itu bukan preposition, berarti the sentence is correct. Ada?
Oh, ada Miss.
Ada, oke. Okay. Find tonight. Cari, look up tonight and see what word is tonight. What class of word? Kelas katanya apa?
Oh, oh, oh.
Can you find it? Yap,
Belum nemu Miss.
belum ketemu. Oke. Okay. Ya, yeah, no problem. Tonight is not an adjective. It's not a preposition. So this sentence is correct. Oke, okay, nanti bisa dilanjutkan lagi. Tonight itu beneran preposition atau bukan? Bukan. Tonight is not a preposition. So the sentence is correct. All right. Now let's go to the next one. Let me erase this first. Right. Number 6. The only entrance to the closet, the door was kept locked at all times. The only entrance to the closet, the door was kept locked at all times. Which one is the subject, Adrian? The only entrance to the closet or the door?
The door.
The door, nice. So this one is the appositive, yeah? The door was kept locked at all times. This one is the subject. Do you see a verb?
Verbnya,
Mhm.
verbnya was kept locked itu Miss.
Okay, was kept locked.
Was kept locked.
This, yeah, was kept locked. This is was kept, yeah, actually. So do you think it's correct? Ya, tidak perlu lama-lama kalau udah ketemu subject, verb, Ya, oke semuanya. Kecuali ada urutan yang salah. Number 7. In the cold of winter, a wall heating unit would not turn on.
In the call of winter, power signal. Subjeknya
Hmm,
awal. Awal tuh bisa jadi subjek ya, Miss?
Bisa kalau tidak ada koma seperti ini.
Hmm,
Kalau ada koma berarti dia harus ada positif. Do you see an positive? Mestinya
oh,
ini positifnya ya, right? But here we have a preposition in the cold of winter. Karena ini ada prepositionnya berarti belum ada
subjek.
subjeknya. So this one is incorrect.
Incorrect.
Nah, kalau dilihat dari kalimat ini, in the cold of winter, a wall heating unit would not turn on. Sebetulnya kalimat ini betul kalau komanya dihilangkan. So this one will be correct. Tanpa koma. Kalau ada koma berarti dia harus menambahkan atau ditambahi subject. Number 8. The new tile pattern, yellow flowers on a white background, really brightens up the room. Positive, subject, verb. Yep.
Subjeknya
Subjeknya yang mana? Yellow flowers or the...
yellow flowers.
Are you sure?
Yellow flowers. Guna over background. Background.
Biasanya subjeknya tuh yang dijelaskan, Adrian.
White background berarti, Miss.
Yang ini subjeknya.
Oh,
The new tile pattern. This one is the subject. The new tile pattern, pola ubin yang baru, yellow flowers on a white background, really brightens up the room. Yeah, this one is correct. Ada pertanyaan sampai sini? Sudah masuk belum? Sudah ditangkap belum? Ya, a positive ada dua, yang ada dua koma di tengah, sama yang satu koma, right? Komanya ada dua, like this one. Nah, kalau komanya ada dua seperti ini, berarti subjeknya ada di depan, dijelaskan oleh a positive. Kalau ada seperti ini, kita lihat di depannya ada preposition tidak. Kalau tidak, berarti ini subjek. Kita cek verbnya. Oh, verbnya brightens, ada S-nya. Berarti sudah betul, karena ini singular, ini singular. Oke, kalimatnya sudah betul. Let's see number 9. The high-powered computer, the most powerful machine of its type. Wah, ini panjang sekali. Was finally readied for use. The high-powered computer, the most powerful machine of its type, was finally ready for use. Bisa dirasakan sebetulnya.
yang verbnya yang was finally ready itu, Miss.
Yes, that's right. Tinggal mencari subjeknya. Yang mana subjeknya?
The high power computer.
Komputer, betul. The high-powered computer, sampai situ aja. And
Hmm.
then over here, the most powerful machine of its type, ini mestinya jadi a positive, right? Karena menjelaskan the high-powered computer. Tapi di sini nggak ada komanya. So this sentence is incorrect. Karena nggak komplit. Harusnya dikasih koma dong. Right.
Berarti a positif tuh kayak menjelaskan gitu, Miss.
Betul. A
Hmm.
positif menjelaskan kata benda. Kata benda yang menjelaskan kata benda yang lain. So over here, we need to have the comma. Okay. Yeah, we are missing some commas ya. Oh, this one. Harusnya ada komanya di sini. Yeah. The high-powered computer, comma, the most powerful machine of its time, comma, was finally ready for use. Number 10, a longtime friend and confidant, the psychologist, was often invited over for Sunday dinner.
Yang a long time friend and confident tuh preposition, Mas.
Up, positive.
Hmm.
Tahu bedanya positif sama preposition? Preposition itu kata depan, like this one. In, on, at, with.
Oh,
Ya, itu preposition, kata depan. Kalau positif, itu noun atau kata benda yang menjelaskan subjek.
oh.
Right. Di sini ada subjeknya? Ada. Subjeknya yang mana? Long time friend and
Long
confident or
time.
the psychologist?
The psikologis,
Yes, psychologist. P-nya nggak
psikologis,
dibaca. The
oh,
psychologist. The
psikologis.
psychologist, this one is the subject. Is there any verb?
Verbnya was often invited.
Nice. So is this correct? The sentence? Correct ya.
Correct.
Sudah ketemu subjeknya, sudah ketemu verbnya, subjeknya singular, verbnya singular, sudah betul. Okay, let's continue to the next skill. Skill ketiga tadi tentang a positive. Let's go to skill 4. Be careful of present participles. Present participles. A present participle is the ing form of the verb. Bentuk ing dari kata kerja. Talking, playing, reading, teaching, singing, learning, studying, practicing. So all ing forms are called present participle. Jadi verb ing itu disebut juga present participles. In structure questions on the TOEFL test, a present participle can cause confusion because it can either a part of the verb or an adjective. Jadi kadang-kadang bikin bingung kalau di TOEFL test because it can be a verb, it can be a part of the verb or an adjective. Jadi verb ing itu dalam kalimat fungsinya bisa macam-macam, bisa sebagai kata kerja, bisa menjadi bagian dari kata kerja atau adjective. Tinggal kita lihat kalimatnya. So let's see these two sentences. The man is talking to his friend. The man is talking to his friend. Kata kerja yang berakhiran ing atau present participle itu bisa sebagai verb kalau di depannya ada to be. Oke, the man is talking to his friend. Ini verb karena di depannya ada to be. The man is talking to his friend. In the next sentence, the man talking to his friend has a beard. The man, laki-laki, talking, yang sedang berbicara to his friend dengan temannya has a beard, berjenggot. Oke, bisa dilihat bedanya ya. Kalau yang kalimat pertama itu sedang berbicara sebagai verb, tandanya apa? Tandanya kalau dia jadi verb, di depannya ada to be. To be itu bisa is, am, are, was, were, tergantung simple present atau past. Yang kedua, di sini tidak ada verb-nya, maka dia sebagai adjective, kata sifat. Biasanya kata sifat itu tempatnya di dekat kata benda, karena dia menjelaskan kata bendanya di sini. The man talking, laki-laki yang sedang berbicara. So this one is an adjective. Yang bikin bingung kadang-kadang itu, ini verb atau adjective. Ya, let's see the example ya. The child playing in the yard is my son. Oke, dari sini bisa dilihat the child subject playing in the yard is my son. Oh, di sini sudah ada is, berarti sudah ada verb. Dalam bahasa Inggris prinsipnya minimal ada satu subjek, ada satu verb. Sudah ada subjeknya, sudah ada verbnya. Berarti ing di sini bukan sebagai verb. Ing kalau dia verb berarti ada to be. Berarti B sama D bukan jawabannya. Karena sudah ada is di sini. Ya. Jadi kita tinggal lihat now atau he. Di sini sudah ada the child, berarti sudah ada subjeknya. Kita tidak perlu subjek, kita tidak perlu noun, tidak perlu pronoun. Berarti C bukan jawabannya. Nah, yang ketinggalan tinggal now. So the answer is now. The child now playing in the yard is my son. Is there any question? Bisa diikuti ya?
Bisa, Miss.
Iya, oke. Okay. This one is the fourth one. Kalau tadi skill 3 adalah present participle, maka kita harus hati-hati lagi. A present participle is the inform. Ini mestinya skill ketiga masih. The boy is standing in the corner. The boy standing in the corner was naughty. Let's see. This one should be skill 4 ya, sorry. Skill 4. The companies offering the lowest prices will have the most customers. The companies ini noun, offering ini menjelaskan kata benda di sini, berarti dia adalah adjective. The lowest prices will have the most customers. Okay, so we have the subject over here, companies, and then we have the verb, so the sentence is correct. Those travelers are completing their trip on Delta should report to gate 3. Those travelers are completing. Oh, di sini ada verb ing, ada are, berarti ini verb. Their trip on Delta, tapi di sini juga ada verb. Nah, kalau ada subjek satu, verbnya harus satu. Di sini ada lebih dari satu subjek, so over verbs ya, double verb. This sentence is not correct. Sebetulnya boleh nggak kalau verbnya lebih dari satu? Boleh, tapi harus ada conjunction namanya. Nah, nanti kita akan belajar tentang itu. Di sini subjeknya satu, tapi verbnya dua. Jadi harus dihilangin satu. Caranya, yang verb di sini kita ganti menjadi adjective. How? By crossing this one. Nah, R-nya disilang, dihapus. Jadi kita ubah completing ini dari verb menjadi adjective. Those travelers completing their trip. Nah, tadinya those travelers are completing menjadi those travelers completing. Para pelancong yang menyelesaikan perjalanan mereka di Delta harus melapor ke gate 3. So this one is incorrect. Number 3, can you think about it?
The artisan subject but demonstrating verb, Miss.
So what about this one?
Subjeknya subject. Various.
So we have the subject and the verb. Sudah ketemu semua? Oke ya. Tinggal dicek. This one is plural. Ada S-nya. This one is plural. Oke. Sudah betul semua ya. The artisans were demonstrating various handicrafts. Menunjukkan, mendemonstrasikan various handicrafts, keterampilan atau karya yang bermacam-macam at booths, di booth sepanjang festival atau pameran. Ya, the sentence is correct. Let's go to number 4.
The fraternity subject
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
are giving verb
Ya,
the most new skill.
okay, let me show you. The fraternities, we have the subject, are giving, the verb, the wildest parties. This one is an object. Giving, memberikan apa? Memberikan sesuatu. So, the wildest parties. Attract, over here, menarik. So, menarik means attract. Attract means menarik. So, this one is another verb. This one is a verb. But this one is also a verb. Right? Sedang memberikan the wildest parties, yang menarik partinya menarik the most new pledges. So we have two verbs. So is it correct or incorrect?
Incorrect.
Incorrect. How do we make it correct?
Karena verbnya ada dua, Miss.
Mm-mm. Sama seperti nomor 2 ya.
Ya.
So what do we do? Crossing this one to make this one into adjective. Kalau tidak ada R-nya, giving-nya menjadi adjective. Maka kalimatnya menjadi the fraternities giving the wildest parties attract the most new pledges. Yeah. Number 5, the first team winning 4 games is awarded the championship.
The first team itu
Mm-mm.
subjek
Ya,
subjek
ya,
winningnya adjektif
that's right.
is awardednya verb, Miss.
Good. So this sentence is correct ya?
Yes, Miss.
Iya. Sudah lebih jelas sekarang. Right, let's see. This one is correct. Now let's go to the next. Number 5, the first team winning. Oh, sorry, number 6. Yeah, number 6. The speaker was trying to make his point, was often interrupted vociferously.
The speaker subject was
Mm-mm.
trying verb
Mm-mm.
with often verb. Berarti itu, Miss, incorrect.
Incorrect. Very good. Yeah. How do we make it correct?
Karena verbnya ada dua. Verb
Uh-uh.
yang was trying sama was often.
Oke. Gimana biar kalimatnya betul?
Yang was pertama dihapus.
Nice. The speaker trying to make his point was often interrupted vociferously. 7.
The fruits subject
Yeah.
we writing verb
Mm-mm.
because the cryingnya adjektif.
Nice. So, correct or incorrect?
Correct.
Correct. Very good. Number 8.
Anis Ani student subject
Uh-uh.
desiring
Desiring.
desiring
Mm-mm.
adjektif short complete verb, Miss.
Mm-mm.
Berarti correct.
Correct. Very good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go on with number 9.
The advertisement
Mm-mm.
subject
Yep.
with announcing
Mm-mm.
verb
Mm-mm. Hati-hati.
Solar Cyber. Selesai. Dustin.
Okay, let me mark here. Subject, verb, verb. Announcing the half day sale. Berarti ini objek.
Ya.
Mengumumkan obral. Obral setengah
Dan
hari. Nah,
ini
received mendapatkan a lot of
dapatkan
attention. Perhatian banyak. What about this one? Receive. Is it a verb, a noun, an adjective? Kalau
mendapat
mendapatkan berarti verb ya.
verb.
Ya. So is it correct?
Incorrect.
Incorrect. Yes. Bagaimana betulnya? Seperti tadi, we cross
Vernya
this one.
dicilin.
Yes. The advertisement announcing the half day sale received a lot of attention. Number 10.
The the speech the speeches
The
Mas Mas.
spices.
The sudah spices
Ya.
subject
Uh-uh.
flavoring
Uh-huh.
adjective
Nice.
we're cute
Mhm.
verb
Yeah. Were,
were cute
were. Yeah, this
were
one is the verb.
oh
Because this one is an adjective, yeah. Were quite distinctive. The spices, bumbu, flavoring the meal yang menambah rasa the meal, makanan, were quite distinctive. Beda. So this one is correct. Any questions so far? Sudah lebih mudah ya?
ya Miss.
Yeah. Okay, good. Now let's go to skill 5. Be careful of past participles. So we have present participle, we have past participles. Present participles are the same with verb A. Past participles are those of verb 3. Ya, kata lain dari past participle adalah verb 3. Kata lain dari present participle adalah verb ing. Okay. The family has purchased a television. The poem was written by Paul. Jadi dalam bahasa Inggris ada 3 kata, verb 1, verb 2, verb 3. Kapan kita pakai verb 1? 1, kalau simple present. Kadang ada yang ditambahin S atau tidak, tergantung subjeknya. 2, verb 1 kalau ketemu modal, right? Modal, can, should, must. Nah, itu kita pakai verb bentuk base, bentuk 1 yang tidak ada apa-apanya. Verb 2 untuk simple past. Verb 3, nah untuk yang ini. Has purchased. Kalau di depannya ada has, have, had, maka di belakangnya adalah kata ketiga. Verb 3 or past participles. Yang kedua, dalam kalimat pasif. Yang pertama ini kalimat present perfect or past perfect. Pokoknya ada perfectnya, yang artinya sudah. Yang kedua, dalam kalimat pasif. Kalimat pasif itu kalau di bahasa Indonesia kan yang di. The poem was written by Paul. Puisi itu ditulis oleh Paul. Tandanya adalah di sini ada to be, kemudian di sini ada past participles atau verb 3. Jadi kapan kita menggunakan past participle? 1, kalau ada have, has, atau had di depan kata kerjanya. 2, kalau ada to be. Yang pertama kita sebut present, bisa present simple present, bisa past, sorry, present perfect, bisa past perfect. Yang kedua pasif. Sampai di sini bisa diikuti? Ya. A past participle is an adjective when it is not accompanied by some form of be or have. Nah, Sama seperti yang present participle tadi, kadang-kadang past participle bisa jadi verb, bisa jadi adjective. The television purchased yesterday was expensive. Over here, the past participle is an adjective because it describes the word television. Televisi yang di. Biasanya kalau dia menjelaskan benda yang dibeli, yang ditaruh, yang dibuka, like this one, the past participle is an adjective. Just like the next one, the poem written by Paul appeared in the magazine. So because this one is an adjective, so it is a part of the subject. Like this. So this one is the subject and we have a verb over here. Oke. Okay. Pokoknya kalau tidak ada has, have, atau had, atau kalau tidak ada to be, maka dia jadi adjective. Tapi tunggu dulu. Past tense itu juga tidak ada to be-nya. Maka kita harus hati-hati cek dulu apakah betul ini adalah past participle atau verb kedua atau bentuk past. Jadi untuk skill yang kelima ini kita harus tahu bentuk past tense atau simple past, kemudian kalimatnya, konteksnya seperti apa, apakah past tense atau tidak. Ya, let's see the example. The packages mailed at the post office will arrive Monday. Right, we see the subject, the packages, we see the verb. Karena sudah ada subjek dan verbnya, maka yang perlu dicari adalah bagian dari subjek. Jadi kita tidak perlu cari verb lagi. Maka A tidak, B tidak, karena have dan were adalah verb, right? Tinggal them dan just. Kira-kira yang mana? Them atau just?
Them.
Coba lihat lagi.
The muscles my the
Dicek sama artinya. Cocok nggak kalau kita taruh them di situ?
the figures just my life and the one. Okay. Yang just mas.
Just ya. The packages, paket yang just itu baru saja diposkan at the post office will arrive Monday. Paket yang baru saja diposkan di post office akan tiba hari Senin, right? So past participle. Let's see. There are three things that we need to remember. Ada tiga hal ya. Yang pertama, the ed form of the verb can be the simple past. Jadi kita harus hati-hati untuk past participle ini. Bisa jadi ed ini bukan verb, bukan adjective karena bentuk kalimatnya adalah simple past atau verb kedua. Ya, the past participle of verb bisa jadi past participle seperti ini, she has painted, atau bisa juga sebagai adjective. The picture painted by Karen is now in a museum. Jadi untuk belajar skill yang kelima, kita harus sudah bisa mengetahui simple past. Simple past itu verbnya kedua. Biasanya ada time markernya, last night, yesterday, tapi bisa juga tidak. Makanya kita perlu banyak latihan. Let's see number one. The money was offered by the client was not accepted. This one is not correct because we have two. Wah, tadi waktu out saya pause. Jadi yang terakhir tidak kerekam, maaf Adrian. Gak apa-apa ya, moga-moga ingat. Alright, thank you very much for today. Tomorrow we're going to continue with skill 7.
Homeworknya apa, Miss?
Kenapa?
Itu tuh
Homeworknya ada di PDF, exercise 1 sampai 5. Habis ini nanti saya post di Telegram. I'm going to post the work or the homework. Ada link tesnya, nanti tinggal diklik dikerjakan di online saja. So I will see your answers right after you submit the answers. Yeah. Any question for today, Adrian?
No, Miss.
No, okay. I'm very sorry. Yeah, I missed the last minutes, probably 15 or 20 minutes before we close this session. Alhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Thank you very much for joining our class today. If you have finished with your homework, you can continue with skill 7 ya. Nanti skill 7, 8, dan seterusnya bisa dibaca-baca, kemudian exercise-nya bisa dicoba dikerjakan dulu, biar kita besok bisa lebih cepat jalannya. See you tomorrow at 1 o'clock in 203, lantai 2. Sudah pernah ke sini ya?
Sudah.
Sudah, baiklah. Oke, thank you very much. See you again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Miss.
Yes, you're welcome. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.